Hi, everyone. It's Sylvia Herzog from the Charcoal Project. Thanks for coming today. We are going to be presenting Instagram for Small Business 101 as part of our Harvest Fuel Initiative Kenya program. Today, we're happy to have Abby Rose Nocharnacola from the Charcoal Project here, who's going to run us through the presentation. If you could keep your video cameras and off and on mute for the presentation, that would be great. And then afterwards, we'll have Q&A. We are recording this presentation, so it'll be available as well as the slides if you want to review anything after. With that, I'm going to turn it over to Abby. Abby, you can get started.
Okay, great. Just going to turn off my video too. All right, hello everyone. Like Sylvia said, today I'm going to be going through Instagram for Small Business 101. So on today's agenda, we're going to cover what is Instagram, give you some data, some examples of pages, explain why you want Instagram, walk you through the features, what you need to set it up, how to post, tag, story, and switch between accounts, and then just give you guys the resources that I used to create this presentation. So what is Instagram? Instagram is a free photo and video sharing social network service owned by Facebook. Recently, it's shown that a lot of small businesses have joined the app and taken advantage of connecting with their customers, sharing their products, and expanding their network. So I'm going to be showing you guys how to set this up. So in terms of user data, in Kenya, as of January 2021, there are 11 million users on social media, and this is a 2.2 million increase from just a year ago, which is over 25%. And then in Kenya, as of January 2021, there are over 2 million users on Instagram, which is 4% of the population. And the top two groups are the 18 to 24-year-olds and the 24 to 35-year-olds. And this is important to note because it kind of shows that this is where things are going, that there's a trend in younger users, which means that, you know, Instagram is only going to become more popular as a platform. You kind of want to establish yourself on here now because, you know, these customers are only going to get older, and it's just a great way to find more business. Here are just some examples of pages. I just want to show you guys what a page looks like in case you've never seen one before. I'm basically going to run through kind of what all these features are on here. But just, you know, just to note before I do that, there's just a little bio that you can include. Again, you can do photo and video content, which is great. It's a very easy to navigate interface, lots of icons. You kind of just scroll around. The notification bell is what you click on to kind of go to see who likes your photos, who's interacting with you. But again, I'm kind of gonna run through all this again, but just so you guys can see what each page looks like. It's really appealing for people, easy to navigate. So yeah, and we have an example. I think this is Kevin's page. Yeah, so I thought he had a really good example with lots of great pictures.
That's Eric's, actually. Eric.
Oh, I'm sorry. Eric's page. Yes. So why do you want one? You want an Instagram because you connect, share, and advertise. Essentially, it connects you with customers. You can interact with them by commenting, responding to their comments, posting polls in your story. There's so many different ways, which I'm gonna get into later. You can share information, updates, and news. You can advertise new products. If you're, you know, selling your briquettes at a market, you can advertise for that. If you're speaking at a webinar or something, you can post the flyer on there. And again, in general, you're just kind of expanding your network. And you can do this by, you know, commenting on other business pages posts. And maybe that's how you kind of introduce yourself to other brands, to other businesses. And also just kind of finding more of your customer segment by following accounts that are of similar nature and finding followers that are interested in your content. So I'm going to continue talking about how you can do this later on. So key features. So on Instagram, it's obviously known for posts. You can upload photos and videos. And when you post a video, it can be 30 to 60 seconds long. But there's actually other features for posting longer video content, which I'm going to discuss later in like the added features section. There's a story section, which I think is really fun. You basically just post anything like a picture, a flyer, whatever you like, and it lasts 24 hours. And it's kind of just like a highlight. So, for example, say we're advertising for this webinar, we kind of post that the day before so that people, so it's just advertised for 24 hours because it's not going to be, once it's 24 hours is up, the webinar is going to be over. So you don't need the advertisement on your feed. And a great thing that you can do is that, yes.
I'm sorry, I think we have a question. And since we have a small group, I
Sure.
think that's okay. Brian, did you have a question? You had your hand raised? Okay, maybe that was a mistake. Okay, sorry. He's unraised his
No
hand.
problem.
Brian, if you
Yeah, and feel free
if you
to,
do you have a
just chime
question,
in whenever.
yeah, just raise your hand and I'll stop her for a sec. Go ahead, Abby. Sorry.
Yeah, thank you. No problem. Yeah, so the stories are great, and there's actually an option where you can kind of save any story that you post, and they're called highlights, and they show up on your profile. And I'm going to point those out later on, but it's just a way to kind of create inventory of different stories, and people kind of differentiate between different categories. So say, you constantly post like a webinar flyer to advertise for it. You can have a little webinar highlight where you save all the flyers, just different things like that. So people can go back and see them if they want to. Another great feature on Instagram is tags. You can tag other users or pages within a comment. So whenever you're commenting on something in a caption, you can just use the @ symbol and include their username. But another great feature is that you can physically tag a user on a post or an image that you post. And what this does is that it kind of catalogs that post for that user. So on everyone's page, next to their post that they post, there's a tagged section where all the posts that you've been tagged in are kind of put there. I'm going to show you guys that later, but it's just a great way to increase exposure, because if someone's on someone else's page and sees that you're tagged, it immediately links them right to your page. And then it's just kind of great. That's what I was emphasizing when you comment on other people's pages that maybe are of similar nature to yours. You can kind of increase your followers and know that they're going to be interested in your content because they're already following a page that is similar to yours. Cross posting, this is really easy because you can link your account with Facebook, and it's so simple when you set it up, and I'll show you guys that. And then whenever you post something on Instagram, you can check a box that says also post to Facebook and vice versa. So when you're on Facebook, you can also check a box that says post to Instagram. Bio, basically it's 150 words. It's pretty short. It runs out very quickly, and it's just a short synopsis of what your business is about. You can also add a link. You can add like your website in there. There's this feature called Linktree, which I can help anyone with, but basically it's where it's one link that kind of links to a bunch of links. So if you want to also include like your Facebook, your Twitter, your LinkedIn, and your website all in one link, I can show you guys how to do that as well if anyone's interested. But it's just a really great tool because, again, people are checking you out, figuring out what you're about, and they can just click on your link and be sent right to your website. And then the other feature, which I was kind of discussing earlier, is the business mode feature, where everyone has an Instagram page that's their kind of personal page. And then from that personal page, you can create a business page. So basically, it will turn that business page specifically into like business mode. And it gives you some added features. And those features are insights, which basically just tells you, who's clicking on your post, what's, getting the most feedback, what people are enjoying, kind of helps you figure out what you should be posting based on what people like. Advertising, you can, kind of boost your posts like you would do on Facebook. Post scheduling, where you can have posts set to be posted beforehand, kind of schedule it out for the week, wherever you'd like to make sure that you're posting regularly. And then you can also tag products. So you can tag a product, people click on it, see the price of it, and be directed to where they can buy it if you have an online site where people can just buy your products there. But those are just some really valuable features with business mode, and it makes your page look a little bit more official. You get a little business title that you can include, and it just makes it really easy for people to contact you because there's a message button that's just displayed right on front, and I believe a contact button as well. It's a really valuable feature. So what you need to create a business account, you need a username. This you're going to have to play around with a little bit because a lot of usernames are taken, but it's easy to add like a period somewhere, an underscore. You need a short bio prepared. You need your contact information, which is just your name, email, phone number, and business location. Profile picture, which I would recommend to be your logo, but it can also be, view or whatever you think is most appropriate. And then, like I said before, you need a personal account before you can create your business account. And I'm going to show you guys how to set both of those things up. So what I did is I listed out the steps and then I included screenshots. So you guys can go back to this and you can see the steps, but I'm just going to go straight to the screenshots and explain them to you guys. Oh yeah, sorry. But for this one, actually, it's so straightforward that this is the only screenshot that I used. So you can either download the app or just go to Instagram.com. I recommend doing everything from the app because it's just so much easier to navigate. And online, there's actually not all the settings are there, and you actually cannot host anything from your web browser. You can only do it from your phone. So I would definitely recommend when you're setting it up to just download the app. It's super easy. But basically, once you download the app or go to the website, you just click the sign up button, and this is literally all the information that they have you input, and then you are just signed up immediately. So it's just your mobile number, email, your full name. You have to pick your username, which you might have to, mess around with a bit, add different elements to make it work, and then a password. And then all it's going to do is just send you a verification code to either your phone or your email, depending on which one you give. And then it just verifies your account, and then you're set up, which is really easy to create an account. It takes literally a minute. And then once you have your personal account, these are the steps to making your business account. These look like a lot of steps, but it's very quick and easy. So I'm just going to go to the screenshots to show you guys. And I apologize that these are all in black. Normally Instagram is a white interface at all times, but I was doing this at night and my phone switches to night mode and it was being very difficult and it wouldn't let me keep it white. So you'll see later on the pictures change from white and black because my phone was giving me a hard time. But basically, once you create your account, you're immediately brought to here, which is just like the home interface. And then what you're going to do is click on the bottom right, which is how you get to your profile. And normally you'd have a picture here. And then you're going to click on these 3 lines, which help you get to kind of your settings in your toolbar area. From the 3 lines, you're going to click on settings, then you click on account, and then right at the bottom, it says add new professional account. And then or actually, I think you click on the top one here. So I will change that. It says switch to professional account. And then from there, you just click continue. It kind of just shows you what features you get. You want to select a category. I'd recommend picking entrepreneur. Are you creator? Then you just click business. You put in your business contact information, so your business email, phone number, and business address. And then this is the easy step of connecting your Facebook page. For me, because I'm already logged into Facebook on the Facebook app on my phone, I can easily just, choose which one I want. So I'd recommend making sure that you also have that logged in because it's just so easy. I literally just press this button, click next, and my accounts were synced. So they make it really easy for you to do that. And if anyone has any questions trying to link their Facebook accounts because it can be a little confusing, just let me know and I can help you. And again, also all these settings that you do, you can change later on. So nothing here is set in stone. You can always make corrections. If you accidentally tag the wrong Facebook account, you can fix that. So everything is very easy and accessible from the settings. And then it just kind of walks you through, completing your profile. So you're kind of brought back to this page and you can click complete your profile. You can add a website, a bio, and a picture. And again, all this you can change. This isn't like a one-shot deal. Super easy to edit your profile from your page. You can see here, you just click edit your profile. They make it really accessible for you to change things up if you wish. And then just wanted to point out how you can invite friends via WhatsApp, SMS, or email. So they make it really easy for you to kind of grow your page if you want to specifically invite people. So they just highlighted here, but you can easily go and do that from settings as well. And then highlighting the yes.
Quick question. When you do the invite your friends, does it automatically invite everyone or does it ask you to select? Because I don't done
I'm
that
pretty
before
sure
where I
that
inadvertently invited my entire email list to something.
I'm pretty sure that it sends like it prepares a link and then you fill in who you want to go to.
Okay,
But I can double check that just in case, just to prevent everyone from doing that. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just a link and then you input who you'd like it to go to. That was a good question. Thanks. Um, and then yeah, so these are just the added features you get from your business page. I wanted to point out were the insights, and the promotion. So it's just, seeing what posts succeed, what people are viewing, and then promotions are um, like the ads, and it also kind of talks about promoting like a story as well as a post to help kind of expand your reach. So those are just two added features that you get with the business page that you wouldn't get with the personal page.
Are the promotions paid or are those free promotions?
I
When you
believe
say,
they're paid.
okay, so that's to go if you want to do a paid ad, you would go to that, you go to the promotion.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and I'm pretty sure it functions very similarly to boosted posts. And I'm pretty sure those ones are paid as well from Facebook. So to highlight a key feature, now I'm going to talk about how you create a post. These are the steps, and I'm just going to go straight to the screenshots again. So see, these ones came out white, which is silly, but basically I just did this from our charcoal project page. You can kind of see what it would look like with the page already filled out. Basically, you go to your profile page, you click on the icon in the bottom right, and then you go and click on the plus icon on the top right. And then here are all the different types of content that you can produce. And I'm going to hit on a couple of these. Some of these are even confusing to me and I just don't think necessary. Instagram has added a lot of different posting features, and there's only a couple that I think are important and pertinent to you guys. So the most important being the post feature. So we're going to click on that. And then you just select from your camera roll whatever picture you'd like. Before it used to be that you could only post a square on Instagram. So a lot of people were kind of formatting their posts, but now you actually can click on this little zoom out button on the bottom left and it will fit the post basically to the size that it is. So that's just an important feature to note. And then there's a lot of,
Sorry,
yes.
Abby, quick question on that. Because if you're joint posting on Facebook and Instagram, do you have to format it? Which is the better to format it for Facebook or for Instagram? Or it does not matter because of this new feature?
That is a good question. I would assume it doesn't matter because this new feature, but I haven't tested out if it changes the format between them. I think from when we've done it, it hasn't changed the format.
But it looks
But I
fine.
can,
It looks,
yeah, I think it does.
okay. Maybe we can test that next time we do a joint post and then,
Yeah, definitely. That's a great point. Yeah, because I would definitely change which option you want to go with. So that's a good point. So something to keep in mind. And then just Instagram has a lot of editing features. You can add a filter, kind of crop your post. So I just wanted to show that because Instagram is also, they're known for their photographs. They give you all these different tools to kind of enhance them, which is great. Then you just click the next button. Again, that was the filter section. This is the editing section. And then you just click next if you don't want to edit anything or you're all done editing. And then you input your caption, which is again, I believe 150 words, but they're supposed to be pretty short. And then I just wanted to highlight, this is what I was talking about where you can cross post. So you literally just switch this here and you can post on Facebook. And again, you can also, which I, not again, but you can also connect your Twitter if you'd like, which I didn't know that you could do that actually. So that's really cool. And then if you want, you can add your location. Also, these are just other of my Instagram accounts. If you have multiple accounts for some reason you want to post them on those, you also can switch that feature on. So they make it really easy to kind of make sure you can post wherever you want to gain maximum exposure, which is great.
Abby, oh, there you talk about tags now. Okay, I'll be quiet.
Yes. Yeah, so now we're going to do a little tutorial of tags. And then just like I was saying earlier, just to note that these tags that I'm showing you differ from the comment and caption tags because they're put into a separate tab on the person's profile page. And just highlighting here, you can see I put in this comment, I put in a a tag in the comments. So people can still click on the comment and be directed to Beatrice's page, but it just won't go into her tags photo folder, which I will show you guys what that is. So for the screenshot, so here we're on our post, you just click on tag people and you just tap anywhere on the picture, you search for the user and it just shows up and you can move the tag around wherever you'd like it. And then you click done and it's posted. And then this is the tagged folder. So here, if you clicked here, you'd see all the posts that the charcoal project has posted. But if you click here, the little person icon, it will be all the pictures that you've been tagged in. So it's kind of a nice way for people to see, you know, other pages that you're kind of engaged with, involved with. It's just, again, it's also just great for if people are on someone else's page and you're tagged in a picture, that they can be directed to you. So it's just a great feature. So the next feature I'd like to highlight is stories. Two different types of stories where you can kind of story an image that you take that's in your camera roll, that you can story a video, a clip, but you can also story posts that have already been posted, which is kind of a nice feature for if you want to promote a post that you just posted and tell people, hey, check out the post I just posted. And how the stories come up for other people to see is that when you're just on the main feed of Instagram, the circles come up at the top. And when there's a ring around it, it means that they have a story available that they posted. So again, you go to your profile page, which is you get to by the bottom right, clicking on your profile picture. You click the plus button, and then you click on the story option, which is below posting. When you open a story, it will just be in camera mode. So you will see whatever you're looking at. So I was looking at the blank page on how to create your story. And then you just click on the bottom left to get to your camera roll if that's what you want. And then I just clicked on the photo that I wanted. And then you just click send to and it's on your story. And I'm gonna, in the next couple slides, kind of run through a few of the basic features and how you can kind of add text, there's a lot of cool features that you can do to kind of spice it up to make it look really appealing for people to want to click on it and stay on it.
So just quickly, Abby,
Yes.
a story is more prominent than a post, but doesn't stay on in your history, or it does stay in your history?
Yes.
Okay.
So a story lasts 24 hours, and why it's kind of more prominent is that people kind of click instead of, you know, taking the time to scroll through Instagram, because sometimes it can be a little lost in a feed, a post, because people can have follow so many accounts. The stories, because they're highlighted up here, it's just so much easier. People kind of just like tap on them quickly and they last about 10 to 15 seconds. So people kind of just quickly scroll through all of these. And then once it's open, it goes to the back. So you kind of can just hit on all your stories pretty quickly and not have to scroll through the pages. So just a great way to, like, in case you think someone may have missed your post, to kind of make sure they see whatever, you know, news you want to share, or again, direct them to the post you may have just posted. So yeah, and then there's
so
yes.
that's you take the first, you post it and then you add it to your story. So it's both in the history and then
That's
you
one
have
way
the
to do
highlight?
it.
Okay. But some people just put it in their
Yes, you can
story.
do either.
Okay.
Yes. And you can also save your stories into folders on your page, which I'm going to show you guys how to do. So just kind of to inventory them, and people can still see them after they've been storied. So yes, you click send to, and that's basic. Storing a post, you just go to whatever post you'd like to story and you click on this little arrow icon, and you click add post your story, and it's super simple. It just goes right, gives you the layout right here. And then you can just click send to, share, and it immediately creates the ring, and it's on your story. But I wanted to show you guys a little bit on how to do some story editing. So Instagram added a lot of really cool features to kind of spice up your story and make sure that people, you know, aren't just quickly clicking through it, but their eye will be caught and they'll be like, "Ooh, what is this about?" Read it, and kind of be directed where you want them to go. So from this top toolbar, there's lots of different options. You can save, you can add stickers and all these different locations. You can link an account, a hashtag, you can add a song. They have like a list of music that you can add. the time. You can create a poll, which is a great feature to get people kind of engaged. You can kind of ask people any question and get feedback. Questions, again, where people can physically type in a question that they have for you. You can do a countdown, say you're releasing your new product at a certain date or something. You can have a countdown going on in your feed to get people aware. There's a quiz feature where you can quiz people, have them answer questions. A chat feature, which I believe just directs them to your like chat, your messaging, but I'm not sure because I never used that feature, so I will check that out. And this one just is kind of like a slide of how much you like something, so you can just post a picture and then people can like heart eyes it as much as they want or as least as they want. And then in general, you can just this tool, you can add any drawing or writing you want, like physically that you draw it yourself, or there's a text feature that you can physically type things, change the font size, the font color. And then in this feature with the smiley face and the square, you can actually put in like stickers and pictures. So if you say you want to look up like fire burning, you can get a little fire burning icon, and you can get lots of animated ones that kind of move around. So there's a lot of cool features that make your story really eye-catching and really fun to play around with. So definitely check that out if you're creating your story. So here was just an example of story editing. And again, just to highlight that it's so easy to navigate and you can physically drag around any of the elements. So I kind of drag these around to where I want them to go, but just super basic. I just clicked on the text icon, type the text in I want, and there's this little slider on the left-hand side that makes the font bigger or larger. So I kind of slided it down to make it smaller. And then I just selected the color and I selected the font from down here. And then if you click on this little A with the square, it puts a background behind your text. And I think that always just helps make it pop. So I like doing that. And then I clicked on, I just realized I didn't show it here. I clicked on the smiley face square to get to this area. And it just shows you guys there's like little icons and all the different other suggestions that I had up before. And I just clicked on the mention, just added a charcoal project username so people can come here and then they can just click on the username to get right to the post immediately. So just to show you guys how it can just be a little added from how we were here to just adding some text and a tag makes it pop more, will make people kind of linger on your story and see what it's about. So definitely check out all these features. Super easy to use and really fun. So then a key feature to highlight account switching. So what you can do is if you have multiple accounts, you can just click on your name in the top left and it just displays all of your accounts here. Select which one you want to go to. Or a feature that is convenient but also kind of annoying, I find, is that if you double tap on your profile picture on the bottom right, it switches your account for you. I do that all the time by accident, so just be wary of that, but not a big deal. You just double tap again and you're brought back to whichever page you'd like to be on. So just for some additional features, which I was mentioning earlier, there's a live stream option where basically you just go live, so you can have a video in a real time. People can kind of comment to you and you can answer questions. Say you kind of want to show, you're producing briquettes and you kind of just want to show people what the process is like for 5 to 10 minutes. You kind of can just video it and have your workers talk about it, things along those lines. And basically you do it the same way where you click the plus icon and then underneath so you click on the plus icon, you click on story, and then at the bottom of where it says story, you can kind of slide to click on live. It's really easy to do, but yeah, that's just a fun option. And then there's this new feature called Instagram TV, where basically you can post videos from your phone that are 15 minutes long, but from a computer, you can post 60-minute long videos. So Instagram's kind of been more trying to help creators kind of include longer videos. So it's just from the FAO, you can see it's just this little TV icon that you can click on, and then like all these posts, there will be all the different videos that you can put up there. So that's just a nice way to know that you can incorporate longer videos if you so please. And it would just be, again, where you'd have your post, your Instagram TV, and then your tags, all in the same toolbar area. And then, like I was saying before, highlights, it's basically where you can save those 24-hour stories so they're no longer 24 hours. So this is what it looks like here. And a lot of people will find cute like icons to put over the covers so that like it looks very cohesive. So for example, whenever the FAO posts something on plant health, they'll save the story to the highlight. So anything related to plant health, they just click on the circle and there it is. And they have it for a bunch of different topics. And it's very easy that once you can just click on your story, it's so easy. There's like a little plus in a circle and it just says add to highlight and you just click on that and pick which category you want. So it's super easy to navigate and a great way to make your stories last longer than 24 hours. And then tips for engagement. You want to post somewhat frequently. And again, the cross-posting feature makes it really easy. And also the scheduling feature makes it really easy to make sure that you're posting a decent amount. You want to find and follow target customers. So like I was saying, you want to follow accounts and pages that are similar to yours, which will help kind of, people can kind of find your page that way. You want to create appealing content. So something like behind the scenes videos, employee selfies, product sneak peeks, things like that, just of your packaged product. And just again, emphasizing like we do in all of these webinars that you really want high quality images and videos because that is what you're mainly showing on this social media. So it's really important that everything is very high quality. Tags and hashtags. I've been talking about tags, but not so much hashtags, how basically both of these features just help tags especially create more exposure for your page, and hashtags can kind of do the same thing, but just put it in a different category where people can kind of search for a hashtag and your post can come up. And again, both of these tools kind of help you target the right customer segment because people, looking up hashtag charcoal briquettes will, be directed to a page that if a page is using that, then they'll be directed to a page that, fits their needs, is a good match. And then thoughtful captions. You want captions that are, educational, that kind of go with your post, but also perhaps invoke responses from people looking at your posts. So it can kind of create engagement and you can respond back to people. And yeah, that's really important. Also, commenting on other popular pages is a really good tool because other people will see your post, they can like your post, engage with you. Again, just another way for other people to find your page. And then just feed cohesion, essentially kind of making things somewhat, aesthetic, maybe not quite color coordinated like the Clean Cooking Alliance, because it's pretty tricky to, incorporate all the yellows and white and keep that, but just kind of making sure that your feed looks nice and appealing for people to want to click on, learn more about you guys, check out your posts. And then these were just my resources that I use for creating the page, but these are all linked in the presentation. And then just thank you guys for coming and let me know if you guys need help. But right now, I can take some questions if anyone has. And of course, you guys can just come to me with any questions if you're setting up your account. And then it's just my email, if just make it accessible. And then you guys can also always WhatsApp me.
Thanks, Abby. That was great. I actually, we only have a couple people on, so Moselle or Dorothy, if you have any questions, just unmute and ask away. I did have one question. I was a little confused on the tagging. When you're tagging, are you really just tagging other pages, or is there a way to put tags in, like, for example, you know how you tag in WordPress to have certain keywords show up in your post, like for things to be findable, like clean cooking or char briquettes or something like that. Is that part of the tagging here, or are you really just tagging like other people's pages or other people?
Yeah, tagging is just tagging other pages and people, and to do like the tags you're talking about, that would just be all through hashtags.
Okay, okay. So, so you would just do it that way. Okay.
hmm And a
Um,
lot of people kind of do this little trick where like you want to have a wide variety of hashtags in your post because it's just valuable to for people to help find your post. But instead of putting it in the caption, they'll maybe put one in the caption and then they'll comment on their own post with a bunch of hashtags so it doesn't kind of overwhelm people when they come to read your post. So definitely taking advantage of the hashtags is a great thing to do.
oh, okay. That's a good tip because
hmm
I always find that some people are like a little nuts with the hashtags and
Yes,
you
exactly.
don't even read them because they're like, okay, that's crazy.
Exactly.
Okay. Um, okay, well, this was really great. Does anybody, could you also, just one last thing, um,
Mhm.
explain the link tree again, exactly what that is for everyone to
Oh,
understand?
yes. I can show it on ours if that
That'd be
works.
great. Yeah, I think that'd be great.
Yeah. So let's go to Instagram. Okay. So basically, Linktree, what it is that it's one link that displays all your other links. So I put it in our Charcoal Projects bio. So you just click on it and then it just brings you here. So we have our website, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and YouTube. And it's super easy. It's free. I can make this for anyone if you guys need help. But it's super easy. You can just make your
Do you
profile, your little username. hmm
do you go to Linktree or you do it in Instagram?
You go to Linktree. Yes, you just go to Linktree, and you just click sign up for free,
Oh, okay.
and then you just this is all you need to make one: email, username, password, and then you can just create it.
And then you
Mhm.
can post the Linktree link on any of the social media or on all of your social media?
Yes, yeah, you can post this link anywhere that you'd like. And then, of course, you just have to, if I'm posting it on Facebook, I would switch the Facebook one out for Instagram. So you can just switch around the different links for what you need. Mhm.
Um, okay, that's great. Okay. Okay. Well, this was really great and really helpful, Abby. Thank you so much. And if
Sure.
anyone, again, if anyone, I know Abby's helped Beatrice get online, get on Instagram. If anyone else wants a little personal help, Caroline also, I think, could help out with this. If you guys need a little hand holding to get on. So we will, if, are there any questions from Dorothy or Moza or anyone else on? Um, One thing I just want to emphasize is please, when you do create your account, make sure you connect with the Charcoal Project and with me and with Abby and any of us. In that way, you're just getting your page more well connected um, and with each other as well. Although not too many of you are on that we could find so far, Beatrice and Eric, and I haven't really seen anyone else. So I hope we'll be seeing the rest of you joining Instagram. So anyway, great. We will, we're glad to have this. This will be, this is recorded, so I'll be sharing with all of you so you can look at it for review. And thanks again, Abby, for everything. And we really appreciate it. We will be talking to you guys all soon. And again, just give a shout out if you need any help with Instagram. Right? Thanks, everybody. We're going to sign off now then.
Thank you.
Thank you, Abby. Thank you, Sylvia. Bye.
Bye, Dorothy.